Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of April 26th through May 2nd. And during that time, we mostly have a waxing gibbous moon, and that's a time for a deeper understanding and outlook of those things that we're accomplishing right now, but also showing that we have the ability to be flexible and make adjustments. Things that aren't quite working out, we just adjust and continue to just keep moving on. Just a really good energy week for that. We then have the full moon that comes in on the May 2nd, and that energy can be even the day before, during, and after the full moon. But that could be a time of heightened emotions when you might feel a little snappy and irritable. You may have changes in your sleeping patterns, and you also may just feel a lot of a good energy, which is the way I get during a full moon. So keep those moon energies in mind and just, make the adjustments accordingly for yourself. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Capricorn. So, as always, please take what resonates today and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is you are very close to achieving your goal. Well, that's always good for the goal-oriented Capricorn, right? As I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder this week is that you take the time to really do a deep dive and learn something new. Oftentimes, as adults, we just forget to do that. I know I feel like I'm learning something new every day, but to do a deep dive, it feels really good to just take a couple of hours and be like, okay, I really understand this thing now that I've taken the time to do that. So that's my fun weekly reminder for you this week, Capricorn, is just do a deep dive, learn something new. All right, let's get into this reading. April 26th through May 2nd. You are very close to achieving your goal. Your present energy, if this card wants to come out, is the Justice card. So achieving your goal and also just achieving truth, getting to a place where some truth comes to light. This could be, of course, this is a card of justice. So this could be something within the justice system where you've had some ruling that's come in your favor. Some truth has come to life. You're feeling redeemed about something, but this is things kind of in equilibrium about things. This could also be a little bit of compensation for something like that, if there was some legal issue or something that you had going on, but it could just be just some truth that comes into your life that does kind of balance things out for you. Your current situation is the Seven of Swords, which I've seen this card quite a few times in the readings for this week for all the different signs. So this Seven of Swords is a card about being cunning or crafty, or it could also be about some sort of theft or hidden agenda. So, it could be that you've had to be crafty to get to this truth, or that there's some truth coming in, but there's also some hidden agenda there, right? So this is kind of that look over your shoulder card. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings and what's going on around you to make sure that everything's on the up and up. At the root of your situation is the Page of Pentacles. So it could be, again, this could be some sort of financial thing that comes in for you. The page is about a new path in their suit. So a new path in finances or money that's coming in for you. Just make sure that again, that things are all on the up and up for you, and just look around you. Who knows your information and what's coming in for you. Sometimes that information can be important too. In your recent past is the Knight of Cups. So some sort of emotional action. Again, it could have brought you to truth, some sort of something that was emotional for you. What that might have been for you, I'm not sure. Tarot is a template. It could template over many different situations. This could be some inheritance situation where some money's coming in, and again, you need to make sure of what's around you and what people know what, because sometimes there can be some sort of theft happening or hidden agenda that you're not even very sure about. Let's see what is on your mind this week is the Five of Swords. So here comes the five in those. That's a card of conflict. Hold on just a second. Let me hear my phone ringing in the other room. I really don't want to talk on the phone right now. I would rather read tarot cards for you. So Five of Swords here is about, this is kind of words being exchanged. Many times it's a card, we're taught as tarot readers that it's the card about winning through deceit or underhanded tactics. Is that your case right here? Did you win through some sort of deceit or underhanded tactics? Were you being cunning, or is that someone around you that's doing that? So both could be happening. And you need to just recognize one or the other or both. But you're very close to achieving some sort of goal, and this is about getting to the truth. So, again, make sure that you're looking around you and just aware of your surroundings. You're aware of the people around you and the words being said and words being exchanged. It could be something pretty intense here, but it looks like it does have to do with emotions and money. This could be like an inheritance situation where there's emotions, money, lots of things going on in those kind of situations. So just pay attention to your surroundings. What is just ahead of you this week is the Two of Wands. So, the Two of Wands it's almost like, I feel this is like a peaceful card. This is one of those, it's kind of like you've achieved something. You've got the world in your hands, and, what are you going to do with that? So while all this kind of turmoil, I'm feeling that, I do feel like you're moving forward into your week into like almost like the truth comes out, and it's just there's kind of a moment of relief. Like, oh, no, there's the truth. There it is. And there it is. And it's just kind of, when you learn a truth that's big, that feeling of like, oh, it all makes sense to me now. So I'm kind of getting that feeling with this card for you this week. So pay attention and watch for that feeling coming in. In your advice position here, Judgment kind of goes along with this truth card, doesn't it? Justice, judgment. Is this judgment of you? Maybe. Is it judgment from you for people around you? Could be, maybe. Um, That can go either way. Again, tarot is a template. It can template around a situation. If you're in a situation like this, then you know exactly what you're judging. Again, some truth comes in. I feel like it's a relief that truth comes in, but it also leads you to some judgment about something. And of course, judgment is just about new awareness. It's truth comes in and your awareness changes. So of course you're going to judge something based on new information. So this is kind of, evaluating a situation, examining the truth that comes to light and kind of making a decision there. And that's just, it is what it is. What is beyond your control this week is that there's something you are done with. Um, in this situation, and I am kind of reading this as maybe an inheritance kind of situation that you may just be done with someone or something. It may just wrap up and you're done with the entire situation and dealing with it, which if it has been something that's long and drawn out, of course, that's a huge relief. And I was feeling that relief with this card. So hopefully that's the situation, is that you're just done dealing with this whole thing. And now you can just go about the other good things in your life. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Is the Three of Pentacles. So it might be that you're trying to avoid some sort of collaboration with someone or coming together to talk about it. And it could be that you're done with something or someone. Actually, if some truth came to light, there might be some people that you're done with as well. That happens. Um, so that'll be your big question, is do you want to collaborate and talk to these people? Looks like maybe some words have been exchanged already. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. That might be your big question of the week. And just either answer is fine. Different Capricorns will choose and answer that differently. Just try to understand the reason behind your answer. That's all you really, that's your job, is to really make sure you know why you're answering one way or the other. In your outcome position is the World card. Perfect balance. This is the end of the major arcana. It's the last card that the Fool encounters in the major arcana. So perfect balance is freedom, fulfillment. That's what I was feeling here. This like the truth comes to light. This is like acceptance of the truth. This is um it's just things coming to fruition, things coming and being um what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the end of the journey. So whatever this is, you're done with it. It's the end. I'm kind of feeling the peace for you, that too. Again, you're very close to achieving your goal. I feel like it does happen. At least you can see the light at the end of the tunnel by the end of the week. What is hidden from you, Capricorn, is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace is about new financial opportunities. That's hidden. We've got the Page here. So you might be dealing with some sort of new path on something, but it's not like it's a new financial opportunity for you. And it could be just because this has been going on for a while, and that could be why. You're very close to achieving this goal, though, Capricorn, whatever it might be. I know I used that one situation. I'm trying to think of another example, but that does seem like the best example. And that might actually be what's happening for some of you this week. All right, let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message here for Capricorn. Make better choices. Well, that's advice all of us could use, but you're going to know. You're going to know what that means. And it could just be making better choices when it comes to the truth or your surroundings or watching those surroundings, right? And making better choices about the people around you. Let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Capricorn this week. And the card you get is called Love. Love people. Love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. So, yeah, if there are people involved and they're doing you wrong, if they're doing things that are not nice, then you do need to love yourself first. And you do need to maybe let go of some things, but just be aware of your surroundings this week. I would say let this truth come to light, let your judgment happen, because I think you're going to wrap whatever this is up. And if it's not, I just feel this energy here that you finally get to look towards the future and be like, "Ah, literally with this world in your hands." So just get through it, Capricorn, and I think you'll be happy on the other side of it with this world card. Perfect balance, things kind of settle back down for you. So Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I hope there was something in this reading that you can use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. Or if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer those for you. Also, if you hit like and subscribe, if you've already done that, thank you so, so much for doing it. I really do appreciate it. If not, please do that so you can find me next week. Come back and we'll see where your story goes. So thanks so much, Capricorn. Good luck, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.